See ya. What's up, everybody? I've got a pair of gray Magnani Marcos here. It's a monk strap. Pretty nice shoe, but it's looking a little dry and in need of a little bit of TLC. Like every good pair, keep your shoe trees in there. Now that we've got a nice cleaned shoe, let's condition it with some good cream polish. Since the shoe's gray, I'm not trying to make it any more of a greenish hue. If I used a tan color, or a blue color might make it a little bit more accentuated at the toe, but you gotta be careful. So what we're gonna do is use a little neutral cream polish, hydrate and condition the shoe, make sure it doesn't dry out. Gives it a nice base layer for the waxes to kind of rest and adhere to. So let's do it. Ooh, boy. Getting a little carried away with the cream there. Got a little bit on my Yeti. Oh boy. Just flinging cream polish around. when choosing a good cream polish, I like to find a nice cream polish that doesn't have a water-based consistency to it. This happens to have an oil-based consistency to it, and the ones that have more of a water-based tend to cloud up over time, especially in a neutral color. But I found that my favorite polish in cream is Saphir Neutral. It's fairly affordable, and it's got the most bang for your buck when it comes to a good cream. So even between shoe shines, it's a good neutral cream to use on your shoes. Now that we've let that cream polish soak in a little bit, why don't we give it a little bit more time and address the outsoles here with a little leather dye. I'm going to use a little black leather dye on the outsole. I like to use the nylon to buff out that leather dye once it's had a chance to dry just a touch. You can buff it out with this nylon, and it really kind of seals it up, glissages that effect a little bit. I'm gonna have to figure out how to glue that puppy down. I think I might have some super glue somewhere around here. Alright, now that we've got that shoe brushed out, let's put a little wax on the shoe. Start off with a little neutral. Pate Deluxe. It's really important that you put a nice smooth light coat on there to start with. The smoother, more fine the coat is, the better the end result will be. Don't just go globbing it on there and expect a good result. Take an artistic approach to it. The more fine layers that you put on the toe in areas that are nicked and scratched will actually help to repair those areas that have been chipped away. Areas like this, where the heel is actually gouged out, would actually need some glue to repair that. But sometimes, with the right amount of wax, you can actually get it to hold in place pretty well. So we'll see what we can do with it. Might need to glue it later. We're just getting started. So I'm just about halfway to my new goal of 250,000 subscribers. So thank you very much for those who have already subscribed. Appreciate you. still got some gouges. You can still see them because we've been using the neutral polish. So let's start to use a little bit of that navy. Give them a little bit of more color. Get that blue steel going. And by putting a little wax on the outsole, you can really seal it up and make it look a little bit shinier too. Since it's made out of leather, you can actually use a little bit of wax polish on it. Imagine that. So now that we've got the wax starting to build up a little bit, you can still see there's some pores peeking through that are craving a little bit more additional wax. This calls for the heavy duty stuff. So what I like to do first is put one more coat of this color that I have chosen, the navy. Cover up some of those scratches. Smooth out some of those areas a little bit. At a certain point when this wax starts to build up, you almost can feel like you're just rubbing lotion on your skin. You know, you don't necessarily have to give them the hose again, but just small little layers of wax can just glide across the surface. Very smooth to the touch. Alright, I let that wax just rest just a bit so it can harden. Now let's go back over it with a little bit of Mirror Glass Saphir Wax. I like to heat up the wax with my finger, a little friction, sometimes a little dab of water. You want to get it a nice, pliable consistency, but not too buttery. Just enough to cover your fingertip. Go over those areas that have been scuffed really bad, and you can see that it just fills those areas in layer by layer. Remember, less is more. Don't go too heavy with the wax. And you can see it start to really glissage the leather as you're buffing it out. And by going back over it with a little Pate Deluxe High Gloss, you can smooth out any of those imperfections. And when buffing it out, you want to use very light pressure. If you go too hard, you'll be essentially stripping those waxes right off the finish. So just less is more in most things in life, right? But when it comes to filling in those scratches on the toes and the heels, More wax is required. Hope you guys are learning something here. Because I learn with every shoe shine I do. We're getting there. Without getting them too dark, let's go back to that neutral Pate Deluxe and really start to finish these off. So one of my new life goals is to not only inspire people with these videos that I make, maybe one of you guys want to create some videos that are pertaining to the art of shoe shine, go for it. I encourage you 100%. But one of my goals is to get on a late night show and just have an opportunity to continue my episodes of Shoe Shine Confessions. And I figured if I got on a late night show and shined, say, Stephen Colbert's shoes while he's doing a monologue, how cool would that be? Would you watch it? We'll get that toe into shape. It's still giving me trouble there. Pesky little toe. I think this left one wants to shine up a little better than that right one. So in the latest videos, I've been really trying to show you guys how high of a shine you can get with just small layers of this wax. By adding up little bit by little bit, you can achieve a pretty good result. Well, she ain't perfect, but it's a little better. Sometimes that's all you can shoot for. It's just a little better. Each day. Shine a little brighter. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead on to hit that like button. Appreciate you. And leave a comment on what you liked about the video, or what you'd like to see in the next video. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time. Stay shiny. there you have it, folks. Another happy pair of shoes. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time. Appreciate you. Shout out to all my shoe shiners out there. You know who you are. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate your support. If anything, if there's anything I can do to help you guys, give you a shout out, let me know. Put a comment in the comment section. I'll pin it for you. Give you some support. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Keep on shining.